So a friend of mine sent me this video, and she said, you know what, friend, I'm just so sick of these whores. I said, friend, you already know how I feel, because that is ridiculous. Because first of all, why are you out here naked like this as a mother? Then you out here with your black son dressed this way. Please go give that boy to his father. He can't be no worse than you. Go give that boy to his father. We already know statistically black mothers do a terrible job at raising well-rounded individuals alone. Go give that black boy to his father so that he can amount to something in life. Because if he stays with you, because clearly you fishing hard. You fishing so hard, you done gave up all your dignity and respect fishing. So whoever comes along gonna be able to do whatever they want to do. Go give that boy to his daddy. Where's his daddy? Somebody tag his daddy.
So the video of the girl who was graduating and she decided to drop down and do the pop split, the stripper split. She dropped down and got her eagle on prior to her getting her diploma. Is exactly why I said that one time that as is the mother, so is her daughter. Because if you had a mother with some sense, if she had a mother with some sense, if she had a mother who knew how to carry herself, if she had a mother with some decorum, with any type of class, she would have never got her behind up there on that stage and dropped down and did that split, which is exactly, and you know this because her mother came to her defense. And then, per usual, you have women saying that she should have been able to do that and still receive her diploma, and this is why y'all always miss the plot. And this is why so many of you are the least respected, because you don't even respect yourselves. You don't even respect yourselves to hold yourself and other women, young black women, to a certain standard. And in no universe do you need to be doing a stripper split on stage prior to receiving your diploma. What are we doing? This is why we need to bring back mothers who understand that everything that they do, their daughters are watching. 9 times out of 10, if you are a hood rat, your daughter is going to be a hood rat. If you are a woman who carries yourself a certain way, you have a much better chance of your daughter doing the same. We need to bring back mothers who understand the responsibility that comes with motherhood. Your daughters are watching you. They watch everything you do. They watch everything you say. They watch everything. And they're going to mimic that. And we need to start taking that a lot more seriously, because look at our young girls. And 9 times out of 10, when you look at these young girls, you know exactly the type of mothers that they have. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. And them taking her diploma, it does make sense, because that is their house, their rules. You broke their rules. You broke them prior to you even getting your diploma. You didn't even wait. I don't know. I feel like y'all complain about being objectified and not being respected and being looked down upon, but then y'all encourage the absolute worst behavior. The absolute worst behavior. There is no standard of conduct amongst black women. We can't be told anything. We don't have to change anything. We don't have to do better in any way. We're not supposed to honor ourselves enough to walk a certain way when we're outside, in public, in the home. And then y'all wonder why people look at us the way that they do. It's just so disappointing. It's so disappointing, and it's so disheartening. It's so disheartening, and it's embarrassing that she even got up there and did that in front of all them people. In front of all them people. My God. Look at this.
You have a husband.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not old enough for that.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
Oh, hell no. What is up with these young women looking older nowadays, man? Stop with the makeup and the tight clothes.
Now, before the hoes come in the comments saying, oh, he's just being a creep, she looks young, take a look at what women think about other women.
And would people think that you're younger or older?
I always get told I look younger.
How old do you think she is?
25.
25? Okay. She's actually 15.
You're revving me on. Absolutely not.
No. And how old are you?
18.
How old do you think she is?
24.
24?
Yeah.
She's actually 18.
No way. She's 18?
Yep. And how old are you?
I'm 14.
And would people think that you're 14? You sure?
Yeah, I know.
Stop letting your teenage daughters dress like older sluts. I'm saying that as bluntly as I can, because you guys need to understand this. I am amazed every summer when I walk around here in Brooklyn, New York, and I see fathers walking next to their 12, 13, 14-year-old daughters with the tiniest shorts, the crop tops, the low cut. This is stuff that the thotty girls, when I was in school, they had to sneak it in their backpack. And they got into it after school. Now y'all are letting them go to school dressed like they're for sale. And I say this all the time because I'm so tired of it. This is one of the long-term negative effects of feminism. You told women, be free, be like men. And that just led to women wearing a third of the clothing that men wear. And then you will blame men. Oh, they're sexualizing the girls. No, these girls are sexualizing themselves. That first girl was, her shirt was down to here. He's right. Stop wearing so much makeup. Stop wearing such tight clothing. And stop letting these girls out the house like that. You, parents, are the gatekeepers. Be more strict. Be unliked. It's okay that your daughters don't like you. They're not supposed to like you. They're supposed to respect you and they're supposed to learn from you. And y'all are letting them walk outside, 15, 14 years old, dressed like they're for sale. Get it together.
All right, shalom, shalom. All right, this is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit. And Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstones, of the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and who teach well. Excuse me. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akawath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that's scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. So this is gonna be another lesson. All right, dealing with you women out here, man. All right, dealing with you women. It's very important that you women who are sincere in this thing, all right, really listen and take heed to the words of the prophets that the Heavenly Father has sent. All right, so in case you haven't seen the beginning of this lesson, you know what I'm saying, I want to declare fair use. The copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976 states that allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right. So, you know, pretty much the videos that I showed you, that I showcased in post-production, all right, you know, they pretty much give you the insight of the type of behavior that we are seeing in these last days, man. As I was listening to a lesson from the elder Karatazar out of Vegas, and you know, he was going into the fact that these women are now, you know, they're now just putting their whole their whole dirty laundry out there, you know what I'm saying? Turning away from the truth for the sake of the world. All right. But the point of this lesson is to emphasize the fact that the things that you women do, okay, your daughters are heavily influenced by these things. And not just your daughters, but your sons as well. All your children are influenced by the things that they see you do. You see what I'm saying? And this is why there's such a horrible track record of children turning out in the most, the most deplorable manners as a result of being raised by their mothers. You see what I'm saying? And the scriptures tell us that there must be order in the home, because if there isn't, then there's going to be chaos. If there's no order under a man, there's going to be chaos. Let's go to Sirach. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, and let's start at verse 1. It says, "Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe. For the Lord Yahweh hath given the father honor over the children, and he hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons." All right, meaning what? Meaning that the father is the head of this house. The father is the head of the house. And he's supposed to set the order, all right, in that house. What the woman is supposed to do is take that order and teach it to her children. The father is the enforcer. The mother is the teacher. If you're teaching the children, then they're supposed to adhere to your words. If they are not adhering to your words that are being brought from the father, then the father comes in as the enforcer. You see what I'm saying? This is the order. You go to 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. All right? The order goes down the line from the Heavenly Father to Yahweh Shai, to the man, and from the man to the woman. You see what I'm saying? That is the correct order. So continuing verse 3. "Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth the father shall have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard." You see what I'm saying? So all you jakes out there who's going around, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting your fathers, all right, oh, well, my father was never there, or my father was this or that, you know what I'm saying? Trust me. I know. I understand. You see what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean that you continue to go out there, you know what I'm saying, or that doesn't give you an excuse. Either his lack of his presence, you know what I'm saying, the lack of his leadership, or the lack of his you know what I'm saying, his love and compassion, whatever the case may be. That doesn't give you a reason, or that doesn't give you an excuse to go and dishonor your father. You see what I'm saying? If you're an Israelite, well, guess what? You better thank your father that you were born, because you're an Israelite. Out of his loins, a lineage is not passed down by the mother, it's passed down by the fathers. But nevertheless, all right, I digress. Let's go down to verse 9. It says, "For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations." You see? "Glory not in the dishonor of thy father, for thy father's dishonor is no glory unto thee. For the glory of a man is from the honor of his father, and a mother is dishonor, and a mother in dishonor is a reproach to the children." You see what I'm saying? And a mother that is in dishonor is a reproach unto the children, because the children have to see this. All right. And in the process of time, children will acclimate into what they see their parents doing. You see what I'm saying? What do? We covet. All right? We covet. And how do we begin to covet? We covet what we see every day. All right? That's a quote from the movie the movie Silence of the Lamb. All right? And it's a true statement. We covet the things that we see every day. So as a parent, you're supposed to set the example for your children. All right? And when you see those women in the videos, you know what I'm saying? It's just sad to watch. It's sad to see. When you see the young girls behaving, all right, like here it is, you got women that are 14 years old, or you got women that are, you know, barely 16 years old or 18-year-old or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And they're looking like they're in their 20s or in their 30s or what have you. You know what I'm saying? They're looking far older than they're supposed to look, man, with all this makeup, all right, with the outfits that they wear. You see what I'm saying? And this is not a small thing. This is a problem. It's a very big problem. All right, you got the one video. The woman is playing basketball with her son, but she's outside looking an entire mess. She's looking like a whole harlot. And it's a sad thing to see, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the standard that you're showing your son. All right, there's no sign of femininity. It's all just straight up just there's no shame, I should say. There's no shame. All right? There's no shame. So, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the one girl, all right, who's been in the news lately. All right, she went into in her graduation, you know what I'm saying, before she went to grab her diploma, she did a split on the stage and twerked her ass, man. You see what I'm saying? They're only going by what they see. You see what I'm saying? And when you Salaki. All right, Salaki for that. But you know, you have where did I leave off at? Salaki. You had that one woman, you know what I'm saying, young woman, who got up on the stage, you know what I'm saying, before she went to grab her diploma. She went, did a whole split, you know what I'm saying, and twerked her behind. You see what I'm saying? And she was denied her diploma. All right? Denied her diploma, and you know who went to her defense? It was her mother. Her mother came to her defense. You see what I'm saying? This is the problem. All right? You're showing the world that you are the problem. Slocky. Yeah, please excuse me, man. I gotta keep pausing because these niggas outside, man, just acting a damn fool. And it's like 11:50 at night. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be 12 midnight. And you got these niggas outside that's acting the fool, man. And guess what? It's another product, okay? Another byproduct of what we see with the so-called black woman. You know what I'm saying? Having raised these children by herself, you know what I'm saying? And The point and the part that people don't want to talk about is that more often than not, these women drove their men away. You see what I'm saying? These women drove their men away. That's the part that women don't want to talk about. Okay? But this all has to be fixed. This all has to be changed. All of it. So let's get some more scriptures, man. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy. All right? And for you women out there, you know what I'm saying, if you in this truth, you know what I'm saying, you're making a change, you're amending your ways. You see what I'm saying? You already know, man. You already know. Don't get offended. Don't get offended. Just do better. You see what I'm saying? Don't get offended. You see what I'm saying? If your spirit is getting pricked, that means that the Lord is trying to tell you something. He's trying to get your attention. All right? There are things that you need to amend. There are things that you need to change. All right? Things that you have to improve on. You see what I'm saying? Because your children look up to you. Your children look to you for guidance. So you have to learn to take correction, all right, in order to fix your own problems so that you can lead these children properly. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 5. They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. And that's what we're seeing, man, with all these harlots out here, man, acting a fool. You see what I'm saying? There was a woman who was twerking, all right, in her car, all right, but out in public where people can see her. People can see you doing these things, man. That's not cute. It's not cute. You see what I'm saying? It's not modest. It's not it's not a proper display of etiquette. You see what I'm saying? And the Lord is going to bring heavy, heavy judgments, man. Heavy judgments. And your children, all right, your children are having to be exposed to these types of behaviors that they should not be exposed to. You know what I'm saying? Just to give you an idea, Cardi B, all right, Cardi B does not allow her own daughter to listen to the music that she made. And I want you to let that sink in. Cardi B, the one who rapped about a WAP, a wet ass pussy. She will not allow her own daughter to hear her music. That tells you everything that you need to know. You see what I'm saying? Verse 6, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 6, it says, "Do ye thus requite the Lord, O foolish people and unwise? Is not thy father that hath bought thee? Hath he not made thee and established thee? Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will help, and he will show thee." All right, ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. You see what I'm saying? We're supposed to look to our elders and those who came before us as examples. You see what I'm saying? When a king was bringing forth his son to rule after him, he would give him instructions. You see what I'm saying? When he was raising up his son to rule in his stead, he would have tutors. He would have people who would teach him, all right, and he himself would show the example of how to run a kingdom. You see what I'm saying? And this is why it is so important for the parents to be present, ever so present in their children's lives. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, the father sets the order, the mother teaches that order to her children, and the father is the one who enforces it. All right? But because of what Esau Edom has done, okay, all you have left is a bunch of madness and folly. But we're trying to make our way back to the old paths, man. We're trying to get back to righteous, righteous what is it? A righteous rulership. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to a righteous rulership. And we have to get out of this place. Because Jacob has been far too westernized. All right, you've been in the West for far too long. You've been under Esau's system for far too long, under his influence for far too long. It's to the point now where you women can't even see yourselves letting it go. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. You got a woman who just unalived herself. You know what I'm saying? Just unalived herself. And before she did so, she was on social media talking about how horrible her life is, man. You know what I'm saying? And how she just wanted to be home with her kids, and she doesn't want to work every day, every and work 2 jobs and never have any time to herself and to her children. You know what I'm saying? All right. And then she unalives herself. Well, who's going to take care of the children now? You see what I'm saying? This is where it's at. And it's going to get worse. This is Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith Yahweh, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. You see what I'm saying? They said, we will not walk therein, and that's your problem. Your problem is you refuse to hearken. You refuse to take the correction. And this is why the Lord is going to bring the judgment in such a harsh way. Because the doors of mercy are closing up, man. Grace is not something that's perpetual and infinite. No, grace is finite. Grace is finite. You see what I'm saying? Before he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he sent those 2 angels. You see what I'm saying? After speaking with Abraham, he sent those 2 angels to seek out Lot and his family. That was grace. That was grace. You see what I'm saying? And even with that grace that was given, Lot's wife still looked back, didn't she? When you think about the destruction of Nineveh, the Lord sent Jonas to send a warning. You see what I'm saying? The Lord always sends his prophets before he destroys, before he brings the judgments. He always sends his prophets. But this is what's coming to you women. And your daughters are going to have to be in the midst of this judgment, man. Hey, Jacob's trouble is not going to be some walk in the park, man. You're going to see some wild shit. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. See what I'm saying? This is not a joke, man. This is not a joke. You women are supposed to set the example for your children. This is Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 44. It reads, Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, As the mother, so is her daughter. See what I'm saying? As the mother, so is her daughter. Scriptures tell you that you can tell the whoredoms of a woman through her haughty looks and eyelids, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. All right, because you got all these young women. I mean, young women who are out here looking like they're in their 20s. Young women. You see what I'm saying? Dressing like harlots, man. And now the women are having to try and call you out because it's gone too far. Right? Let's go to Sirach chapter 26 and let's start at verse 8. It says, A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty. You see what I'm saying? Unless she's watched over straightly. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's jump down to verse 25. Sirach chapter 26, verse 25, it reads, A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Let's look up those words. Shameless. Bear with me. All right, this is the etymology for the word shameless. It reads, lacking a sense of decency, impudent, bold and immodest, okay, free from disgrace, blameless, excusable. You see what I'm saying? This is not a good thing. The scriptures say that the Lord would bring forth a new thing in the earth, that a woman shall compass a man, and that has happened, and it has been to your detriment. It has been to your detriment, man. Now here we are, nobody can tell you nothing. Right? Can't nobody tell you nothing. Okay? So again, Sirach chapter 26, verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Okay, a woman that ain't got no shame, a woman that's not modest. You see what I'm saying? That's impudent. You know what I'm saying? Who has no sense of decency. You're counted as a dog, man. But she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. So let's look up the word for shamefaced. Bear with me. All right, this is the word for shamefaced. It means modest, bashful. All right? Humble, virtuous, also ashamed of one's behavior. You see what I'm saying? Shame brings about good behavior. Right? Let me get this in the book of Proverbs. Okay, let's go to Proverbs chapter 31. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10. It says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." So let's take it back. Again, this is Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 10. It says, "Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies." You see what I'm saying? This is a very important principle that you need to be teaching your daughters, man. You need to teach your daughters these things. Okay? Things like how to treat a man, things like how to behave around a man. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Slocky. This is the book of Titus. All right, Titus chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, "The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers." And we see that all the time. We see that all the time. These women are false accusers in this system of Title 4D, also known as child support. We see these women, all right, calling the cops on a man, knowing that he ain't did nothing wrong. They'll make up any story that they want. And the moment it comes out to light that they were lying, they'll play the victim. You see what I'm saying? That's not the way that you're supposed to be behaving. It says, "The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to much wine." All right? All this Don Julio and whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's madness. Not given to much wine. Teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. If you tell a woman today, all right, to submit to their husbands, submit to their man, okay, that's you basically just telling her the cuss word, man. You telling her a cuss word. You see what I'm saying? What you mean I'm a submit to a man? All right? You see, too many of our women have been westernized, and the overwhelming majority of them are not going to make it. They're not going to make it. As a matter of fact, let's go back to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16 again. It says, "Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished." You women, okay, you ain't got nothing great coming. You know what I'm saying? If you refuse this truth, man, if you refuse the warning, you ain't got nothing good coming. Nothing good. You're going to see the chaos. You're going to see, all right, the Lord open up out here. And he's going to use Esau, Edom to do it. And not just them Edomites. He's going to use Jake to do it as well. Because y'all women have broken a lot of hearts. You see what I'm saying? Y'all women have done the most. Y'all women have played the harlots. Y'all women have done too much, man. Y'all belong to the streets. Hey, man, the Lord's going to let the streets have you. And you're not going to like it. You see what I'm saying? But this is a warning, all right, that you get your act together, man. Get your act together. Because your children are looking to your example. And if you women out there, you got a man, you know what I'm saying? You got your children's father out there, your children's fathers are still alive. You see what I'm saying? You need to allow your children to see their fathers. All right? Oh, well, he was this, he was that, he was a narcissist or whatever. You laid up with that man. Your children still need their fathers. Now, if their father is abusive or anything like that, man, all right, shit, man, still try to make amends. Try to make amends. If your children's father is no longer in the picture, you know what I'm saying, he may have passed on, all right, or what have you, he may be in jail or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Still, do what you have to do to raise those children in the right way, in the way of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, man, not in the ways of Esau Edom. The prophets have warned you of these things. Okay, it's time to seek the old paths. Because the way of Esau Edom is not working, and you know it. You know it. So I'm going to cut that there, man. I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. This has been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Ruchak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.